I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends, so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupons for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron and premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat's on, none of them can get to the fire. Around with me, and I had a nigga spin like a tire. But down the D, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because you be. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. Traitors, them fucking traitors. Check it out. They say that they was down for the fan, but I disagree. Remember summertime in the van, it was misery. AC never worked, window cracked, I feel the breeze. Guess that ain't mean shit to you, fuck loyalty. They rather be up on with the mama while rolling weed. I'd rather put the love of my brothers over the greed. I'd rather be frontline when I battle my enemies than home on the internet pushing and punching keys. They say that they had love for the camp, but nigga please, we don't need that kind of love, I'ma just keep it G. My heart done got cold on traders like Mr. Freeze. We just wanted to show you how I feel to get victory. I'm with UPK, so we ain't really seeing defeat. We battle on the corners, opponents get fricassee. You side switching niggas, flipping to different teams. Bad mouth, one West, lucky we let you breathe. As mercy from the general told us to let you be. They say he had to go cause in here he ain't getting cream, but really he just hate us niggas like Paula Dean. He leave, now he broke, ain't smoking on nicotine. Copping down some partner, he strung out another fiend. Since I've been with you, big A, like I'm living a dream. Pulling up in the 90s long as the limousine. Hopping out with shoulders, you thinking we...
Hey, Shalom, it's real. What's going on? We're gonna get it in tonight, man. We're gonna talk about these goddamn serial killers out here, man. The propaganda of white supremacy has turned black women into serial killers, man. With an insatiable lust to kill black children, man. To destroy black babies, man. The propaganda of white supremacy started with Margaret Sanger. When it comes to eugenics and killing our babies, man. We're gonna get into a little bit of that. And also, man, this spirit of abortion and pro-choice is so destructive, man. It's already killed half of our population, man.
Right.
Of the black population in America. And I'm talking about just Judah. We ain't even gotten into Isupkbmore yet. You know what I mean? And the northern kingdoms. Man, it is absolutely atrocious. And it's this spirit that black women have gotten from white America tells them that the ability to murder their baby is empowering. It empowers them. Every time I talk to a black female about abortion, they say, stop trying to tell a woman what to do with her body. Well, goddamn, you're murdering 30,000 babies every year. Somebody better tell you something.
Right.
God damn. You're arguing with me about the right to murder your own babies. You think that empowers you? Like you think I don't need no man empowers you? Look, we're gonna get some common sense up in here tonight. God damn.
Right.
All right.
Come.
All right. Matter of fact, let's go to the wisdom of Solomon. Let's get the wisdom of Solomon, brothers. And big ups to the Kentucky 8, man.
Come. Damn right, sir.
They did some amazing things down there, man.
Right.
Give it up for the Kentucky 8, man. Isupkbmore, hard-hitting brothers under Captain Kaposh. You understand me? When I heard about it, god damn, we can get into that a little bit later.
Come.
But them brothers, some hard-hitting, heavy brothers, man, and that's how Christ was. That's how Christ had to be. Whenever you tell the truth in a country that's built on propaganda, in a world that's built on iniquity and lies, you put your life in danger, man. I give props to everybody in the Isupkbmore.
Right.
I mean, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the sisters, the young men. God damn. Y'all put your lives on the line every day, man. And for that, I salute you. For real. And that's what it's about. Loving black people to life. We love life in the Isupkbmore. We don't love death. We don't worship death. And that's exactly what white America has black women doing, worshiping death. Whenever you think that you get something good out of the death of your children, there's something wrong in that, man. Let's use common sense and not deal with emotion. Because when we deal with emotion, we go off, man. Let's just deal with common sense. Nothing good comes out of killing your baby, black woman. You even putting your life in jeopardy.
Right.
Because we already brought out that we read studies from Johns Hopkins University saying that all of these abortions can cause a woman to get sterile, also cause a woman to have cancer. Because you yanking that baby out in the middle of your hormones changing, your body got to then stretch back. It got to go back to the way it was. That baby is gone. Now your hormones got to change back. It disrupts the cells in your breast, man. Your breast that is meant to make milk for that child. The development of hormones and the changes that take place in your body ends up causing cancer. They found a significant hike, as much as 15% in women that get abortion in breast cancer, and linked it together, man. You killing your baby, you may be killing yourself, but they don't tell you that in Planned Parenthood. Give me that scripture.
What chapter and verse you want to say?
That was Wisdom of Solomon.
Okay.
Where was that at? Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 5.
Okay. This is the Wisdom of Solomon. Verse 5, chapter 12, verse 5.
Okay.
And also those merciless murderers of
And also those merciless murderers. Black women are the most loving women on earth. How did our sisters become so merciless when it comes to abortion? It's like if you don't allow me to murder my child, you're taking power away from me.
right.
You're oppressing me if you don't allow me to murder my baby. There was a time when black women laid down their lives for their babies. I heard black women clapping when a woman came out with you saw that picture of a woman with a knife to the police officer's neck because he was about to shoot her baby boy. The women cheered and she courageous and where's that when you laying on that table letting them chop up your child?
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you how draconian it is when you do that. How downright draconian it is, because guess what? You don't even think about what happens to the body of that child. You're not even thinking about that. You're just thinking about getting rid of the responsibility. You ain't thinking about what happens to this baby's body. You don't think about why they allow late-term abortions. Abortions where they give birth to the baby and kill the baby outside the womb. You gonna tell me that ain't murder? It's illegal. They birth the baby and then kill the baby outside of the womb. And not to hurt the mother because the baby is too large. As if killing the baby in the womb is not murder.
Right.
What happens to that baby's body, man? This is how draconian this country is and your slave master is, man. He chops that body up and uses it for his benefit. They love late-term abortions because they can continue to grow the organs. And they love black organs because they last long and they're durable and they're strong. They want you to murder your baby. How did you get so merciless, man? How did we allow our women in this world to get so goddamn merciless? Read on, bro.
Come. And also those merciless murderers of children.
Of what?
Of children.
Of what?
Of children.
Of the most vulnerable, innocent beings on the earth, man. The most vulnerable and the most innocent.
Right.
But black women will cuss you out for even thinking about taking away their power to kill and to murder. As if it's my right to do so. Is it my right to pull a gun out of my pocket and shoot you, Alazar? Is that my right? Should that be my right to murder you? Then how can a black woman say it's my right to murder my own flesh?
Right. Come on.
That's draconian, man. It's because the thinking of this world, that's because you're a part of this world and your thinking is a part of this world. Just like you could think a 6'5" grown goddamn man can wear a skirt and be a woman. And you call him by a woman's name. Because you live in this world and you think like this world. it's getting harder and harder for me to relate because I'm not a part of the world. I'm not a part of the world. When I see men, I see men. When I see women, I see women. And no part of your goddamn mental illness is gonna make me call you a woman when you a goddamn man. Ain't no part of your mental illness gonna tell me that it's right to murder your baby.
Right.
Read on, bro.
Come on. And devourers of men's flesh.
Devourers of flesh, man. Devourers of flesh, man. Where do you think they get them vaccines from? Where do you think they get them vaccines from, man? Black woman? From the stem cells of your baby. That's how draconian these people are, man. How do you think they extend their life? Where do you think they get their melanin from for their lotions and different things and sunscreens? Where do you think they get that melanin from, huh? Donors? Donors, that's what you think? Where they get that pure melanin from, huh? You get them from that baby you never thought about. That baby you didn't care about because you hated that man. Because he told you to hate your man too. The man that you don't need. You don't need no man. Don't need no baby. It's all about you. It's my son. Is that what they say all the time?
Come on.
I was on Facebook talking to this sister, man. I'm gonna read what this sister wrote because it's so draconian. It's such a merciless thing, man. How these women think, man. It's so merciless. It's uncouth, man. Did we finish that scripture? Read on.
Right. Come on. And devourers of man's flesh and the feast of blood. That's it.
The feast of blood. Want so much blood and so much death, but don't want to call it death. Don't want to call it murder. Call it what it is. It's a termination. It's an abortion. It's murder. You're murdering. Which was one of them excuses they give. The heart ain't beating yet. That's what they tell you, right? The heart ain't beating. So it ain't alive. You can abort the baby before the heart starts beating because it ain't alive yet, right? That makes no goddamn common sense, man.
Oh, God.
Why do you give people mouth-to-mouth resuscitation? Because their heart is stopped. They're not dead. Their heart is stopped. The heart is a muscle that pumps blood. That's it. You can live with an artificial heart. You can live with a heart transplant as long as something is pumping your blood. Good night, man. A heartbeat does not mean life. Goddamn bugs don't have hearts. They live. Are you telling me that the fetus is dead? Is that what you're saying? It can either be dead or alive. Either or. It can't be something in between. It's either dead or alive. Is a fetus dead? Dead things don't move. Dead things don't grow.
Right.
A fetus grow.
Right. Come on.
It may not have a heartbeat because it's using the mother's heart. Dum-dum. The blood is circulating through the fetus from the heart of the mother, man. That's his life support. The same way somebody can be in the hospital on life support. You cutting their life support kills them. That fetus is going to grow is eventually going to grow to a size in which it can support its own bodily functions, man. But you're snuffing that out before that can happen. And even after that happens. Don't talk to me about a heartbeat when you're doing late-term abortions, when the baby can live outside the womb. 6 and 7 months, you still cutting up the baby. Come on, man. We're going to get into a little bit of the history of it to let you know who's behind this propaganda and this wicked thinking, man. The Lord don't want you to kill none of your babies, man.
Right.
In fact, it is a sin to do so. It is a sin to offer up your baby to another race of people so that that race of people can benefit off of the death of your baby. We did it in the past with Moloch, throwing out babies in the fire for their gods. We did it in the past. This is nothing different. Sacrificing our babies for them. For them. What's the number one reason? So I can go to college, so I can make money for their economy.
Right.
Guess what? They making trillions upon trillions of dollars aborting your babies. Having your babies born is not hurting the economy of the United States of America. These devils got money for years. In fact, goddamn, we gave them the start.
Right, damn right.
They've been robbing us for 400 years. You mean to tell me you afraid to let your baby come in this world when you don't have a job? It's wrong that Donald Trump got to pay for my baby? You out your mind. These people been robbing us forever. But it's good of you to think about America, that you're so patriotic that you'll give up your baby so that the system of America don't have to pay for it. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. America ain't paying for these babies. That's why you see brothers in court every day.
Right.
Come on, man. How much money we gotta put into this goddamn hole that we never get out? Worrying about no damn money coming out of the system of America. Get out of here, man. We're gonna go over how these people make trillions of dollars making vaccines off of the stem cells and tissues of your baby, man. Oh, they making trillions now. These drug companies, these vaccine companies, good gracious of mercy. We're gonna get into that. And I got a story that's gonna knock you on your knees about President Trump. Before that, let's get the first story on that. Let's go back to Margaret Sanger and see how all this pro-choice came about. You ever heard of eugenesis? A eugenesis or eugenics? It was here long before it was in Nazi Germany. It's the study of bringing about a perfect race or a better race of people. And of course, we're the undesirables. Eugenics was to make everybody white and blue-eyed and pure while the undesirables die off, while they sterilize all the undesirables. So black women will go to the hospital for some minor thing or some minor surgery, and while you in there under anesthesia, they sterilize you completely a part of the law at that time. They just sterilize you, absent any consent, anything. You just never have a baby. They sterilize you. Tie your fallopian tubes or cut your tubes, sterilize you forever, man. And this eugenics program went all the way up to the 60s, man. All the way up to the 60s. While we running around thinking we free. They sterilizing us and setting us up to murder our babies. You got that? Put that up.
Come on.
Put that up, and let's read a little bit about Margaret Sanger. Whenever you ready.
Come on. It was 100 years ago, on October 16th, 1916, that Margaret Sanger opened the first birth control clinic in the United States. An advocate for women's reproductive rights, who was also a vocal eugenics enthusiast, Margaret Sanger leaves a complicated legacy, and one that conservatives had periodically leveraged into sweeping attacks on the organization she helped found, Planned Parenthood. Last year, 25 House Republicans campaigned to have a boost of the pioneering family planner removed from the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery, where it has been included in an exhibit featuring American civil rights leaders called The Struggle of Justice.
Okay, so the white Republicans campaigns on anti-abortion, but we're gonna show you that they're not really anti-abortion. They're anti-white women abortion. The abortion of black babies is fine. They're anti-white woman abortion. There's a difference. Why in the world do you think there is a black Planned Parenthood? Not a Chinese Planned Parenthood or a white Planned Parenthood. There's an individual set of a black Planned Parenthood for black women. See, everybody can't see what that means, Alice. I'm serious, they can't.
Good.
Like, when you're not in the world, you recognize right off, why the hell would there be a black Planned Parenthood?
Okay.
Why would they specifically point out black people? Isn't everybody the same? That's what they say in America, right?
Right.
Doesn't the laws affect everybody equally? That's what they say. Well, why is there a black Planned Parenthood? Merciless. Merciless murderers. We got to get our minds right, man. There is a black Planned Parenthood because they want to exterminate our babies while they preserve theirs. Planned Parenthood part is for white women. They have alternatives to abortion. They abort their babies too, but they want to stop that altogether. They just don't want to stop aborting black babies. That's why, white women want black women support. Because the white man really wants to stop abortions altogether, but they make so much money off of all the black women that come in and willingly give the bodies of their fetuses to these people to experiment with. Read on, bro.
Come on. With Ted Cruz's office issuing a press release explaining that she didn't belong there for a number of reasons, the most damning of which is that as part of her inhumane life's work, she advocated for the extermination of African Americans.
Of who?
African Americans.
African American. Ain't that name they gave us?
God, oh God.
Is that name two white men? Isn't that what they named us? The extermination of African Americans. And that's what abortion eugenics was all about. The extermination of Negroes, man. The extermination of the undesirables. They want to keep our numbers low. We procreate more than any other race. There's only 13 million of us. Why? Because half of us were aborted already since the 60s. Half of our population. Our protectors, our strong men, our scientists. You know, the white man makes you think that those babies ain't gonna be nothing but street people and nothing but nothing. You killed Michael Jordans and Oprah Winfrey's, and that's who you killed. That's who you killed. You killed software engineers. You killed the people who were going to protect your community and protect you. The youth, the future of your race, that's who you killed.
Right.
Because the white man got you believing that we are part of this country and this culture. We are not. We're dealt with completely differently. The white man gave the black woman the power to terminate and end the life of her babies. And she does it with zeal. With zeal. What if the black woman wanted life more than death? We would be 30 million strong. 30 million. Go ahead, bro.
Come on. It's not the first time Sanger has faced this accusation. During this past primary season, Ben Carson proclaimed that Sanger believed that people like me should be eliminated. Later clarified per PolitiFact that he was talking about the black race. And in 2011, Herman Cain alleged that Sanger's original goal for Planned Parenthood was to help kill black babies before they came into the world.
Come on, man. Stop playing. Read it again.
Come on. Herman Cain alleged that Sanger's original goal for Planned Parenthood was to help kill black babies before they came into the world.
How draconian and vile is that, man? How vile and draconian is that? We know that this white woman created eugenicists. Excuse me, she didn't create eugenicist, she was a eugenicist. I misspoke. She pioneered Planned Parenthood to exterminate black people, man. To exterminate us. But black women have it in their own minds that they have been empowered by pro-choice. It's my body, it's my choice. Well, you chose death. Why are you choosing death?
Right.
To go to school? Men are told all the time to take responsibilities for your actions. You laid down with her, you need to take care of that baby, and that's right. That's just. That's absolutely right. I don't have a problem with that. But I do have a problem with, I'm pregnant, I don't want the responsibility, I'm going to kill this baby.
Damn right, sir.
If I got to take responsibility, why the hell can't you?
Mm-hmm.
You had a choice when you opened your legs. Just like every brother has a choice of who he laid down with. You need to take responsibility for that choice. That's pro-choice. That's pro-choice. Pro-choice ain't murdering your baby. You just a killer. You just an unempathetic killer, man. And don't even know who you putting to death. Any more of that?
Come on. Historians and scholars who examine Sanger's correspondence, as Salon reported in 2011, challenged those who called the activists racist. Much of the controversy stems from a 1939 letter in which Sanger outlined her plan to reach out to black leaders, specifically ministers.
Specifically who?
Ministers.
Good night of mine. Why would somebody want to reach out to the Christian church?
Right.
Huh? It's going to tell you. Read on, bro.
To help disposal community suspicions about the family planning clinics she was opening in the South.
Good night of mine. Why would she want to get with the slick back hair, slick talking pastor, man?
Right.
Why would she want to do that? I wonder why. What gift does that pastor have? The gift of God or what you think is God? Read on, bro.
Come on. We do not want word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population.
Good night. We don't want the word to get out that we want to murder these Negroes. Read on.
Right. And the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea of it even occur. And the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members.
Good night of mine. The minister can straighten out that idea. Meaning the minister can come up with a lie to twist the truth.
Right.
To twist you into believing that having an abortion is empowering you. It's taking control and dominion over your body. Sounds to me like you taking control and dominion over that baby's dead body.
Right. Come on.
They don't want it to occur to some of their, what does it say? Rebellious members?
Rebellious members.
Who's the rebellious members? Commanding General Yohana.
Come on. Damn right, sir.
Commanding General Yohana is a rebellious Negro. A rebel. He's
right.
A rebel. He's a troublemaker.
Right.
Commanding General Yohana is going to tell the truth. See, they don't want Commanding General Yohana. Margaret Singer's not going to go to General Mahine. She's going to find Al Sharpton. She'll find Al Sharpton. She'll pay Al Sharpton so he can continue to process his hair. You understand me? He'll accept it. And he'll lie. And he'll say, Margaret Singer is our best friend. She wants to help us. She wants to grow our neighborhood. She wants to empower women. When her goal from the beginning was murdering black babies. The pastor is the man to straighten that out. Commanding General Yohana is a rebel. He ain't gonna let it go. Once he find out you trying to exterminate black babies, his people, he ain't gonna let it go. He
right.
gonna use his platform.
Right.
He gonna bust you and break you. That's what he gonna do. And that's why he sent us out here to do it.
Right.
All these years later, man, 100 years later, we gotta still sit up here and tell black people that they trying to exterminate us. After all the evidence you just heard, after all the information that's out there, you think abortion is empowering black women to take dominion over their bodies when it's about murdering your children? And what does that do to your soul? To murder your own baby? What does that do to you? You got a degree. Your baby went into the veins of Donald Trump to keep him alive. You got a degree. Congratulations.
Right.
You made 6 figures. Congratulations. Congratulations. We happy for you. We're gonna fight for black people over here.
Right. Come on.
We're gonna fight for life.
All right.
All right, you got any more of that, brother?
Come on. It was, as the Washington Post called it, an inartfully written sentence, but one that, in context, described the sort of preposterous allegations she feared, not her actual mission. The irony is that it has been used to propagate those very allegations. Cruz's letter to the director of National Portrait Gallery, for example, quotes only the first half of the sentence.
Cool. So, we can drop that. We understand what that's about. Man.
Come on.
Devil tactics, doing what devils do. Misinformation, propaganda, using black leaders to destroy black people. Taking things that are in vain and making us concentrate on the things that don't profit us. In the left hand, while in their right hand, they're extorting us, murdering us, man. Planned Parenthood is about murder. With the collaboration of our own black leaders. And who did she get to push this lie on black women? None other than your boy, your homeboy, your prophet, your leader, MLK, Martin Luther King. That's who she got to tell you. Who vouched for her. He vouched for her. As a matter of fact, he was given the Margaret Singer Award. Wake up, black people. Man, give me Jeremiah 1:5.
Come on.
Get that, man. Jeremiah 1:5. What we do, brother?
Come on.
Appreciate it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly.
Before I what?
Before I formed thee in the belly.
All right, we talking about before. Before the fetus. Before the fetus. Before the sperm hit the egg. Read.
I knew thee.
I what?
I knew thee.
Tell you something, black woman. You don't know who the hell you put to death here.
Come on.
You put to death a saint, a prophet of the Lord. The Lord knew this baby before he was in the belly, before he was formed. This is his work. You think you met that brother by mistake? You think you got hot and heated by mistake?
Right, right.
You think you loved him for that little bit of time or forever by mistake? That's the Lord's baby. Your baby, your life, your body, that's the Lord's child. Start from the beginning, brother.
Come. This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
Good night. The Lord knew who you were before you were formed in the womb, because it's all about him. He sanctified us, man. He sanctified us a priest. He sanctified us his people. He put his mark on us, man. Black women, you don't know who the hell you out here putting to death. Oh, willy-nilly. I can do what I want. It's my body.
Okay.
Ain't your goddamn body. Good night. Read on, bro.
And I ordained thee a prophet
Come on, man.
unto the nations.
Come on, man. A prophet unto the nations. We the people that's supposed to be ruling. And we were ruling these nations. The earth would be perfect.
Right.
It would be perfect, man. Because we wouldn't abort babies. We wouldn't starve people in Africa. We wouldn't work children in China for 24 hours a day. All right? We wouldn't use children in Russia for sex slaves. We wouldn't do that. You understand? We wouldn't spread evil and sedition in the earth, stealing all the earth's resources. We wouldn't do that. We'd concentrate on the Lord, on the law, on being righteous, expansion, pushing the human race forward. We already be on Jupiter by now if we was in charge. We would have the resources to move humankind past these ridiculous little boundaries here. Why? Because the people that are in charge only focus on evil and greed. They take and they take.
Right.
They don't know how to plant and grow. Come on, man. You got any more?
That's it on this one.
All right. Let me get. Step one. That's my favorite scripture, too. You know, my nerve. Wait a minute. Give me 1 second. One second, Black people. This one of my favorite. Give me Romans 1:25 real quick. Let's get that real quick. And we're going to get that other story about Trump.
Go on, Con.
Time is it 8 o'clock? Okay.
Go on, Con. This is Romans. Like, what chapter was that? Book.
1:25.
Come on. Chapter 1, verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Who changed the truth of God into a lie, man? Who made a man a woman? Who told you that that baby had to have a heartbeat to be alive? Who the hell told you that you was empowering yourself, claiming dominion over your body by murdering your children?
Right.
Who told you you don't need a man? Your enemy told you that, man.
Right.
Your enemy turned the truth of God into a lie. Your enemy told you that Christ was God and he was all love. Lies. Lies. And love, the kind of love that you put into this Caesar Borgia, white Jesus Christ, ain't a love that can save you. Because Caesar Borgia is a hypocrite, man. A hypocrite. Black woman, you don't like murder and chaos. You don't like domestic violence and being beaten and being hurt and being exploited, but you want to murder your children. That's hypocrisy, man. There is no truth. There is no good in hypocrisy. The black man and black woman have always traditionally fought together. The black man and black woman need to make better choices. Who we choose and who we be with. The man and the woman alike.
Right.
There will be no need for abortions. No need for abortions, man. If we wasn't so caught up in this world of sexual deviancy, man. We wasn't so caught up on being on a stripper pole. Turning our masculinity into femininity. We choose and pick anything that has to do with the evil and the sexual deviancy in this society, man. Nasty carpet munchers. Nasty dicky monsters, man. That's what we do. I charge you with not being a part of this world. Being who the Lord made you to be.
Right.
If we got any calls, any callers. There's a black woman that think we wrong. Call us up, hit us up. We'll talk to you. It ain't got to be a angry conversation. We can be absent any kind of emotion, but this is something that needs to be talked about, man. Look, do we finish that scripture?
Come on, we finished it.
Look, I'm going to show you some of my conversation with this black woman online. It is absolutely atrocious, man. I'm not going to put the sister out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to show you some of what she wrote.
Sorry, I apologize. We didn't finish it. I'm sorry.
Oh, we did? Go ahead, finish that.
Okay. Who changed the truth of the Most High to a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator?
And serve the creature more than the Creator. We look, black people, we got to understand who our God is, man. We got to find the nigga God.
Right.
We can't worship this creature because there's no justice in him. There's no justice in this, man. There is no humanity in him. That slave master that we worship, his culture and his ways, always destroy us. He came up with this pro-choice abortion crap, yet we die the most from it. We have a smaller population and we get more abortions than any other race of people. That's hatred. That's hatred. You have to hate yourself to methodically murder your own children in that manner. That's self-hatred, man. Go ahead, brother. Any more?
Come on. Who is blessed forever. Amen.
Who's blessed forever? That baby you put to death. Nobody is about trying to control no damn black woman.
Right.
It's not about controlling the body and oppressing a black woman. The choices can't be, I kill my baby or I'm oppressed. That's ridiculous. That's not the battle. That's not the choice. It's not about oppression. It's about what's right and what's wrong. I don't want anybody having the ability and the right to murder. That includes black women, black men, black anybody. We don't advocate murder. We advocate life. Forgive the baby. God damn. You done forgave the white man for 400 years of oppression, extortion, exploitation. Forgive the baby. What the baby do? Huh? What the baby do? He ain't got a right to live because he's in your body. Was that it on that?
Come on, sir.
All right. Now, I'm going to read a little bit about what this sister said to me, man. It was so draconian, man. I sent the sister something to tell her she could call in to the show, to the class, but I doubt she'd do that. Because, of course, in her mind, she knows she's wrong. She knows that her argument is not something that can be sustained in a rational conversation. That her argument is all about emotion. Let me see if I can find it. She might have blocked me. Probably did.
Sound right.
Let me see. She might have blocked me. I think she did because I don't see. Doggone it, she did. I wanted to read some of her stuff. But I kept going at her real hard. But her thing was, and she kept giving me a bunch of hashtag lines and exploits of stop trying to control a woman. And of course, she went into a lot of personal stuff of how stupid I am and don't listen to the white man. And I sent her some information about it's you who's listening to the propaganda of white supremacy.
Right.
It's you who's advocating killing and murdering your children, not me. I'm asking you to let those children live. But of course, maybe I was in the wrong one. Hold on. Maybe I was in the wrong one. I might got it. Bam. Hold on. Yeah, this her. Thomasina Redmond. All right, but this, look, I'm gonna read a little bit about what the woman said. She said, Kawapala, you're a dummy. You're trying to tell a woman what to do with her body. I've birthed 7 children. I've aborted 7 children.
Mm.
Something no man can do. So all men who think abortions all about being selfish can kill themselves because they don't know a damn thing about being pregnant or giving birth. I know about being a human being. I know what's right, I know what's wrong. I know that murdering children is wrong. And the Most High knows it's wrong. The sister also said, nigga, please, you don't know shh about me or having a child. You probably a homosexual and don't even like women. A good man knows it's a woman's body and her choice. Any man that can call a queen a monster must hate his culture and himself. Kawan Palak, abortion's been happening since the beginning of time, and men think they can just ejaculate in a woman and make her bear a child or fear being called a murderer. That's a form of oppression. The F your laws, F the laws of this land. You catering to master. You a sellout.
Yeah. Man.
All right. Let's just deal with a little piece of it. You catering to master, you a sellout. The sister doesn't understand that it's not me who's catering to master. It's actually her.
Right. Right.
Because the master told you that you would benefit from the death of your child. That murdering your child is a good thing. Didn't we just listen to who turned the truth of God into a lie?
Right.
That's turning the truth of God into a lie. The death of your child can be good for you, can be a come up. The death of your child is a come up. It's a curse. It's an actual curse, man. That black women are dealing with. Yeah, you had something?
I just wanted to comment on the part. She said, any man, what she said? A man would just agree that it is a woman's choice and they can go ahead and kill the baby. The whole time, the man that's agreeing with her is the man that want to have sex with her. He ain't trying. He being that guy so he can hit that whenever she in the mood. She thinking that you know what I mean, that's a good guy. He just worried about one thing.
These women crazy as hell, man. Crazy as hell, man. Look, the obviously the men that she's dealing with are men in the world. And they probably played so many mind tricks on her and dealt with her so grievously. And this is why I have a lot of empathy for sisters. It's because the world that we're in the culture in which these devils have put out to us and put upon us is so draconian, man. And we just treat each other. We use and exploit each other like they use us.
Right.
So we just use us up, use a woman up. I understand, I get it. But the murderer of black children is not logical. It's not a reason. It's no real logical reason why you need the ability to murder. There's no logical reason why 30,000 black children have to be killed every year. There's no logical reason for it. It's all evil. It's all full of emotion and propaganda and lies, man. Only a lie can make you think that you would benefit from the death of your own child. It's crazy. It's crazy. And there has been no benefit from it. They've taken all of those trillions of babies and made them into vaccines, taken their organs, put them into old dying white folks. It's probably why that Queen Elizabeth over there, about 300 years old, still living. And Prince Charles, he's ancient, and she should not be alive, bro.
Right.
I've been asking them brothers over in Europe and the UPK, what the hell, why is she still alive? We abort those babies, and it's a curse, man. It's to devalue your own babies in that way, to say that I'm going to kill this baby so I can get an education. I believe it benefits me to kill this baby, so I don't have to take care of it, take no responsibility for it. I don't like the father. Like, there is literally no reason you have to give to kill this baby. That's how cheap black life is. You don't even have to give the devil a reason. They do it. And they put billions of dollars in paying these devils to be available for you to murder your children at a whim. I mean, black women have, postpartum syndromes and get depressed while being pregnant, and in a moment of weakness, you can just walk right in and boom, they pay for it. Don't even make it expensive, man. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 57, man.
Come on. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 57.
Go ahead.
And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children, which she shall bear, for she shall eat them.
Good night.
For want of all things secretly in this.
Look, hold on. She shall eat them. The babies that come out between her legs, man. She shall destroy them. No empathy, no second thought. Shall destroy them. And fight for the ability to be able to do it.
Right.
That's evil. Black woman, that's evil. To follow in the ways of the white woman. The white woman, when she was pushing out this pro-choice stuff and trying to empower herself, the white man had her barefoot, pregnant, in the kitchen, wouldn't let her go out the house on her period, extorted her, goddamn, they had her living like black people. Wouldn't let out, like she had to be completely subservient to him. I can understand why she would want a little bit of liberation and a little bit of freedom. What I don't understand, black woman, is what the hell have black men ever done to you? Of course, we have the lower problems of domestic violence, rape. Any brother that rape a sister should be beaten damn near to death. It's a horrible, draconian goddamn thing to do.
Right.
But we can fix our problems amongst ourselves. We don't need guidance from white America, who don't have a moral compass. We're going to follow the moral compass of America. That's who we need to look towards. They're Planned Parenthood. That's insane. To look towards the people who have no morality, who destroy and exploit not only humankind, animal kind.
Right, right.
How many animals are extinct because of the greed of white supremacy, man?
Right.
I hear these scientific channels and animal channels talking about the invasion of humans and making extinct. No, white people.
Right. That's right.
Things extinct. Not human beings. White people. Just like he wants to make black people extinct. Keep our numbers low. The same way Pharaoh did in Egypt. Focus on the babies. You understand me? The same way they did in Judea. Who was the Edomite? Who was the Edomite that tried to kill Christ? Wanted to kill Christ, and he had them kill all the kids around 12 years old, around his age. Who was the Edomite? God damn, why was this sitting on my mind? They had him on a throne at the time. Christ had to go to Egypt to avoid this nutball. You know what I'm saying? We get it. But that's who these people are. Just like Pharaoh wanted all the children dead. All the black children dead. Wanted Moses dead. His mother had to give him up to an Egyptian princess because they were going to kill him. Come on, man. Black women, you don't move like that. Go ahead.
It's like King Harold.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. An Edomite, a white man who wanted Christ dead so much that he was willing to kill every black baby around his age. Christ had to flee to Egypt, man. Why did he flee down to Ethiopia and Egypt? Because he's black.
Right.
And he could blend in. That's why. Harold was a white man, a Roman. He wanted to murder Christ because his position was in jeopardy. Just like they like to murder our children today, unless we become too many and get too great. You can't have an army full of Michael Jordans jumping around, lopping off heads, man.
Right.
Even a little bit you have, you got to give them something to do. You got to let them fight to be in the arena to throw a football. Just like they had us fight to be in an arena to swing a sword to kill each other for glory. In their arenas back in Rome, man. What time is it? I'm going on. All right, let's get, did we finish? Let's finish that.
Come on. Let's start from the top.
Yeah.
Come on. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she bare, for she shall eat them for want of things, of all things, secretly, in the siege and straitness.
In the siege and in the straitness, man. In the siege and in the straitness, how they have us in the ghettos, man, poor and down and in want of all things. While we are in that position, while we are struggling, you can get out of this position if you murder that baby. Take that baby down to the doctor's office, sign this paper. Don't worry about it. We're going to take the body and everything. It's like it never happened. You be sick for 2 or 3 days, have a little pain, We give you some pills, and after that, you're fine. While they're making all of this money off of your dead baby, and you sitting there feeling like a hollow piece of goddamn glass that can't be loved because you didn't kill the only thing that would have loved you. The love of a child is amazing. I got 2 children, man. It's amazing. Right. The blind faith they have in me. To grab my hand and walk across the street, knowing that I'm going to protect them with my life. Look, I took the role of father with great respect and great honor. And I never forgot that I'm a protector of my children, man. Right. And I take that seriously, man. I mean that. I don't have a problem giving my life for my children. What I won't do is take their life. Right. The life of my flesh, the bone of my bone. Nah. How did we get so inhuman, black woman? How did we get to this place? How did we get to this evil place? It's an evil place. It's an evil place, sis. Tell it. Go ahead, bro.
Come. Wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates.
Lord.
That's it.
While they're putting dope in our communities, sending racist police officers to extort and exploit us and to terrorize us in our own neighborhoods, while we're stressed out and having all kinds of undiagnosed mental issues from all the stress of not being able to work. And then you put the pandemic on top of it. God dang. In that stress, in that environment is where this devil gets us to murder our children. You ain't gonna be able to go to college though, and you don't get rid of this baby. You ain't gonna be able to go into your career if you don't get rid of this baby. You ain't gonna be able to make no money. You ain't gonna be nothing but barefoot and pregnant if you don't get rid of this baby. That man will have power over you forever when he had your baby. He ain't gonna do nothing. In that stress, in that strait, in that condition, is when the devil comes and says, destroy that baby. And that's where we at, black woman. Let's get that. Run up that story for me. Let's get that story real quick.
Okay.
And we'll finish off with some scriptures. Guess what, black woman? Chew on this for a minute. All right. Donald Trump got the coronavirus. And when he got the coronavirus, it hit him. It hit him very hard and one day very seriously, very hard. All right. Donald Trump damn near died. From some of the reports, in order to get an experimental vaccine on the president of the United States, it has to be a serious situation. So they gave him an experimental vaccine. All right. Guess what that vaccine was made of and derived from? That's what we're going to get into. Listen very closely, black woman. Because I hear a lot of black women talking about how much they don't like President Trump. Well, you saved his life with your iniquity, with your sin, with your murder. Read, brother.
Come
You got it up.
on. Trump's COVID treatment were tested in cells derived from fetal tissue.
From what?
Fetal tissue.
From fetal tissue. Cells derived from your aborted black babies. Read on, brother.
Come on. The cell lines used to develop monoclonal antibodies as well as slot.
Antibody, and guess what? From your dead, aborted children. Is the screen on my head?
Come on.
Which way?
You can move up, slide over a little bit. It's a delay. Stop.
Is it moving at all?
Live. Let me see if it's moving on YouTube.
I see it, yeah. It's not moving on the screen at all.
Live.
Let me see something. View that crap. Go up there real quick so I can see what it. Having some technical problems, peeps. Hold on for 1 minute. Hold on, black people. Move. Hold on, God damn it. I got you. Hold up. Alright, let's go. Where's Alright. Alright. Should be good to go. Alright, Salakia, a little technical issue. Little technical issue, black folks. Let's get, you still got that Trump article up there?
Come on.
All right, go ahead, keep reading on that.
Let me see. Vaccines begin with fetal tissue decades ago.
Fetal tissue decades ago. So they've been working on transforming our baby cells and tissues into vaccines to inoculate the world. Talk about exploitation. Look, slavery encompassed 4 different continents and made them all wealthy. Not just the United States, man.
Right.
Not just the United States. But the slavery of black people enriched the entire world. Not just white people benefited from it, man. A hell of a lot of nations benefited from our slavery, our degradation, our pain, our murder, and our genocide and our death, man.
Right.
And they're benefiting from it again. Because you know what? This vaccine that saved your president's life comes from your iniquity, black people. Comes from your iniquity. This is why these other nations need us to sin, because they benefit. Because us sinning severs us from our power. It takes our power away from us. The only power we've ever had, man. The power that we made a covenant with. All we got to do is come back to him. But can you not see? When we murder our babies, it benefits white people. Donald Trump is alive today because sisters went to the laboratory and had their babies terminated. Right? Read on, bro.
When the Trump administration suspended federal funding in 2019 for most new scientific research projects involving fetal tissue derived from abortions, officials argued that whatever the scientific benefit, there was a pressing moral imperative to find alternative research methods.
Good night, Almighty. So Donald Trump and the Republican Party, of course, they're pro-life. So they were talking about when they first started doing the trials and things on these vaccines, and of course they are derived from fetal tissue and stem cells, the brain cells of the aborted babies. Of course, Donald Trump has a moral stance here. He's saying that it got to be made some other way. You understand? We got to make it some other way. But guess what? When he was on that table, he took that shot.
Right.
He took them brain cells and them stem cells that came from that black baby in the ghetto whose mother couldn't afford lunch, who was so afraid because that goddamn Planned Parenthood piece of garbage from a wealthy white community told her that this baby ain't gonna be able to survive, it's gonna make your life worse, and you need to terminate this baby and give the body to us for scientific research. Don't tell me these people ain't the goddamn devil, man.
Hey.
Don't argue with me. But now one goddamn person call up on that phone and argue with me about these people being the devil. You got any more, brother?
Come on, sir. Promoting the dignity of human life from conception to natural death is one of the very top priorities of President Trump's administration.
I know that's right. He was talking all this garbage. We don't want the vaccine that's made from these children that made from. He took the vaccine.
Right.
He took the vaccine. This man has no morality. He's not strong. He's weak. If he was strong, he would have stood on his principles, like Commanding General Yohanna stands on his principles.
Right.
He has no principles. He has no humanity. He's just a crook. And don't get me wrong, I'm no damn Republican. Democrats and Republicans are two heads of the same goddamn snake.
Right, sir.
The same snake. They both gonna bite you. They both gonna inject you. They both going to exploit you and rob you. They're both going to eat you, feed off of you. They just do it in different ways. One hides in the bushes, wait for you to come by and strikes you in the back. The other one comes to the front, brings his friends, overpower you. Eat you limb by limb. In front of your face, let you see it and laugh. That's the difference between a Democrat and a Republican, man. Don't fool your damn self, man. The Republicans put the dope in the communities. The Democrats mass incarcerated because of the dope. and they both got paid. Was Ronald Reagan not the progenitor of crack cocaine in the black community? Did not the Clintons pioneer the mass incarceration of black people? Did they not pioneer these things? Is this a lie? Are we lying here? They got paid all around, the Dems and the Republicans. Donald Trump is talking about he don't want fetal tissue. They're gonna look into, take a moral stance on these companies using this fetal tissue. They're making trillions of dollars. Donald Trump is in their pocket. He said all of this back then, but now he's talking about distributing this so-called cure to everybody. Ain't that what he said? It was so delicious and so good that he was feeling bad. They gave him a shot, he got right up, and he was cured. It's a cure. It's the bones of your baby, black woman. The bones of your baby. And release this monster from death. You got any more, brother?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
Promoting the dignity of human life from conception to natural death is one of the very top priorities of President Trump's administration. The Department of Health and Human Services said in a statement released at the time. Yet, the treatment of COVID-19 received by Mr. Trump, a cocktail of monoclonal antibodies he described as a cure in a celebratory video posted on Twitter, was developed using human cells derived from a fetus aborted decades ago.
Come on. A fetus from decades ago. From the cracker. From the cracker, man. A fetus that never got to see hard cemented ghetto floors with no carpet. You know, I know brothers who never saw carpet until they were grown. I grew up in the 90s, man. I grew up in the 90s. Yeah, I grew up in the goddamn 90s, man. Hard project floors, man. I'm talking about Murphy Homes, bro. I'm talking about flag projects. I'm talking about Latrobe. I'm talking about Lexington projects, man. I'm talking about Cherry Hill projects, man. I'm talking about the gutter, bro. The gutter. We talking about stem cells and flesh from babies from 10 years ago, right? Look, man, crack babies was being born, man. Babies that were underdeveloped, babies that were born early from the garbage and the chemicals they was putting in black communities, man. They were taking these babies, man, taking their cells and their organs and stacking up with them, man. And now they're able to save every devil on the face of the earth from this pandemic, from robbing white people, from robbing black people of their life, man. It might be from robbing black people of their babies, man. Destroying the babies of black people, man. Look, the time is late. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. It was one more scripture I got to give. It's a lot here. I ain't getting too many of my scriptures, but I got to give up this last one. Give me 1 second. Let me find this, man. Damn, the wild. I got one more scripture. There's one more scripture. I got to give this to them. But that's good. Let me find this real quick. Give me 1 second.
Come on.
Give me 1 second, black people. I'm so goddamn impatient. Let me see.
What is it? Lamentation?
Nah. Give me Job 39 and 16. Let me show you how this propaganda works, man. Even though knowing that this jack behind racist was saved by the murder of black children, black women still go along with the father, knowing that they just want to exterminate black people and keep the population of black people down to a manageable level. And we think that's a good idea. We care about the system, how much money is in the system to take care of these children, and these poor children shouldn't be born. Why was you born?
Hey.
What government won't protect the innocent and the most vulnerable amongst us? That's not a government that's for black people, man.
Right.
Because they want black people to die. Get a clue, man. It's not about the oppression of black women. It's about black babies being born, man. Being born. Come on, bro.
Come on. This is Job chapter 39, verse 16. She is hardened against her young ones.
She's hardened against her young ones. She can't see, man. She can't leverage enough empathy to be able to say, God damn, maybe I don't need to make the decision whether this child lives or dies.
Right.
Let me talk to the father. I'm feeling some kind of way. Maybe I can give the baby to you. You raise him.
Right.
Maybe I can take all the alternatives, man. Maybe I don't need to go to my enemy to murder my child so he can benefit from it. Follow the money, black woman. Who benefits from black children dying? Who benefits from black children going to jail? Who benefits? You know who benefits. This is not a conversation that should even need to be said out loud.
Right.
If you are a white corporation making trillions of dollars off of abortions of black people, that's slavery. It's oppression. It's evil. It's evil. But I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Start from the top.
Come on. This is Job chapter 39, verse 16. she is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers.
Damn, you that hard against something that's growing in your stomach like it's not even yours.
Right.
Like it's not even a part of you. I'ma save my body. I'ma control my body. So I'ma terminate and expel this. Like it ain't even your flesh. Like it ain't your bone. Man, that's not only unempathetic, man. It's unreal. It's unconscionable. Read on, bro.
Come. Her labor is in vain without fear.
Everything that you go through in your labor, those pains are meant to submit the relationship between you and that baby, the love, man. The love, man. But you can't. You can't love that baby. You can't even be human. You can't have humanity towards that baby. You got more love for a cat. Read them.
Come. Verse 17.
Right.
Because God has deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding.
Man, look. Check this out, man. I'm in the class with that. Figure it out.
Right.
You got any questions? Give us a call, man. With that, I turn the class over to precinct officer outside, man. Give it up.
You know, security announcement. You're on the Isupkbmore out of 1 West, 125th Street, New York, under Commander General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from their head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from their head to marry. Types, which is the commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 30, verses 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced by Asherah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Preach fund, free will offering for preach, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation. For the season. For the High Holy Days. I think we're finished. Still waiting on word for the Passover. You know, just stay posted. Your camp leaders keep posted on make sure you keep tuning in to isupkbmore.com, Facebook, YouTube, and for any Isupkbmore events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, or scarves. And with that, we give one encouraging salute to the teacher, Ben Israel, Almighty Shabbat, Barak, Almighty, Barak, Yahweh Shim Yahshua.
Yahweh Shim Yahshua.
With that,
Yazimata.
Captain Matap, Class dismissed.
Like a sideshow, there ain't no quattro. Now I'm set by the rhythm man blue on this cosmos. Rap with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got the vex, picked up the bed, lick a habit, that's a better heard from a fresh. But like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus us a good rep. Sometimes I follow what is an soldier, trying to find a good ship. Plus us you in hell, I do it for tell. With the breath of life, I believe fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling, get calls.